Hello everyone. I hope you are all fine. So today we will learn about the journey from dust to destiny, a motivational story about success. But first of all, subscribe to my channel, like the video, and share it with your friends. So let's get started. The boy who dreamed in silence. In a small village surrounded by dusty roads and broken streetlights, lived a boy named On. His house was small, his clothes were simple, and his life was full of limitations. People around him were not bad, but they were tired of hoping, tired of dreaming. Ion was different. Every night, when the village slept, he stayed awake. He looked at the sky through a cracked window and whispered dreams that no one could hear. He dreamed of becoming someone valuable, someone respected, someone who could change his family's life. But dreams are easy in silence. Reality speaks louder. His father worked as a daily laborer. Some days he earned, many days he didn't. His mother stitched clothes for others late into the night. Ion saw their pain, but he never complained. He promised himself one thing: I will not stay small just because my start is small. The weight of poverty. School was not easy for Ion. His uniform was old, his shoes were torn, and his bag had more holes than books. Some students laughed at him, some teachers ignored him. One day, a boy mocked him loudly. Why do you even study? People like you never succeed. Those words burned inside Ion like fire. That night, he asked his mother, Annie, is it wrong to dream big when you are poor? She smiled tiredly and said, No, my son, it is dangerous not to dream at all. That sentence became his shield. Failure knocks early. Ion failed his first important exam. He cried alone behind the school building, hiding his tears from the world. He felt stupid. He felt weak. He felt defeated. For the first time, he thought of quitting, but then he remembered his father coming home exhausted, his mother's fingers bleeding from stitching, and the cracked window he stared through every night. Failure whispered, give up. His heart replied, not yet. The decision that changed everything. One day, On found an old book in the school storeroom. The pages were yellow, the cover torn, but the words were powerful. It talked about discipline, hard work, and self-belief. He learned something important. Success is not a gift. Success is built daily. That day, he made a decision. He would wake up earlier, study even when tired, learn even without resources, improve even when nobody noticed. No motivation videos, no applause, just quiet effort, lonely roads. While others played cricket in the evening, Ion studied. While others slept, he practiced writing. While others wasted time, he invested it. People called him boring. Some called him crazy, but loneliness is often the price of growth. He failed again, and again, and again, but this time, he didn't cry. He started asking, what can I learn from this failure? The teacher who saw potential. One teacher, Mr. Roman, noticed something different. Ion asked questions. He stayed after class. He tried. One day the teacher said, you are not weak. You are untrained. That sentence changed everything. Mr. Roman guided him. Not with shortcuts, but with honesty. Hard work will hurt, but regret hurts more. When life pushes harder, just when things seemed better, life struck again. Ion's father fell sick. Medical bills increased. Food became limited. School fees became impossible. Ion considered leaving school. That night, his father held his hand and said, if I stop you from studying, my life will be a failure even if I survive. Ion cried like a child, but stood up like a man. Working while dreaming, Ion started working part-time. He cleaned shops, carried boxes, taught younger students for small money. His days were heavy, his nights were short, but his purpose was strong. Many times, exhaustion whispered, sleep, but hunger replied, move. The turning point. Years passed. Ion appeared in a major competitive exam. He wasn't the smartest, he wasn't the richest, but he was the most prepared mentally. When results came, his hands shook. He had passed. Not first position, not a miracle rank, but enough to open a door. New world, new battles. City life was harsh. People were faster, smarter, sharper. Ion felt small again, but this time, he didn't feel scared. He remembered, I have survived worse. He worked harder, failed interviews, faced rejection, improved skills. Each rejection taught him something. The moment of recognition. One interview changed everything. Not because he was perfect, but because he was honest. When asked about his weakness, he said, I learn slowly, but I never stop learning. That honesty impressed
Wow,
them. Ion
I
got the
can't
job.
believe
It
this.
wasn't big, but it was a
It's
start.
all yours.
Success is not sudden.
Enjoy it.
Success didn't arrive
Thank
with
you so
fireworks.
much.
It arrived quietly.
You
First
deserve
salary,
it.
paying his father's
And
medicine,
so,
buying books
the
for his
explorers
siblings, fixing
ventured
the
into
cracked
the
window.
enchanted
That night,
forest,
Ion
where
looked at the
wonders
sky
awaited.
again. But this time,
Listen
he smiled,
closely,
giving
for
back.
the adventure
Years later,
begins now.
Ion returned to his village. He built a small library, helped students, shared his failures more than his success. He told them, don't wait for motivation, build discipline. The true meaning of success? One student asked him, Sir, when did you feel successful? Ion replied, when I stopped fearing failure. Success is not about luck, not about background, not about talent alone. Success is about standing up one more time than you fall, believing when nobody else does, working when nobody is watching, choosing discipline over
You
comfort.
can't keep
You don't need a
avoiding
perfect
this.
start. You need a
I
strong
know,
decision.
but it's
And
not
if
that
Ion can
simple.
rise from dust to
It
destiny,
never is.
so can you.